Yes, everybody. Welcome back into building. Happy Wednesday, you guys, but more importantly, happy fixture release day. We are about to have a look at all of Liverpool's fixtures ahead of this upcoming season, the 2025-2026 season, you guys, where we try to make it 21 Premier League titles. And the fixtures have just been released, but as you can see here, we will actually kick off this Premier League season. We will be, and I always am so hyped for that first game, even when it's not Liverpool, because you're obviously missing the Premier League so much. We're going to be that game, you guys, this season. The first game to kick off this Premier League season is, as you know, usually a Friday night kickoff at 8 p.m. Well, guess what? It's going to be a Friday night, 8 p.m. kickoff at home at Anfield. So imagine what the atmosphere will be like at Anfield, at home to Bournemouth. So Kirkez's former club, he's going to be a Liverpool player starting that day. I bet you Kirkez against his old club. We will be facing Bournemouth at home. And as you can see, I've put the other fixtures there, but I just wanted to get official confirmation from Liverpool. There were some leaks, but it has been confirmed that our first opening game of the season will be at home to Bournemouth, which I think is fantastic. I think that's really great news. And the Merseyside derby is within the first five as well. The Merseyside derby. All right, let's have a look when everything else gets released. So far, Liverpool have only released our first game of the season. But as you can see, you guys, yo, Mr. H and friends, nice to see you in the building. I see Dean B is in the building as well. How's it going? Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so hyped. Just looking at the fixtures has me so excited for the beginning of the season. So after our second game of the season is one of the toughest of the season. That will be very difficult, but hopefully, I mentioned before, the first game of the season is Kirkez playing against his old club. Hopefully the second game of the season is Alexander Isak playing against his old club as well. I know it's very unlikely, but let's just dream. Why not dream? So yeah, guys, our second game of the season will be Newcastle away. So this is a tough opening five, although Arsenal actually have a tougher run in the beginning. So then we have Arsenal at Anfield. So thankfully that's at Anfield. We have Burnley away, newly promoted side. And we have the Merseyside derby. So those are our first five. What do you guys make of them? How would you rate that out of 10? Honestly, I think some people are overreacting. I think all of those are winnable fixtures except Newcastle. Newcastle away, in my opinion, is up there with the toughest games you can face in a Premier League season, especially with the way they played last season, and I think they might only get stronger unless we get Alexander Isak, even though, like I said, probably unlikely, very unlikely if we're being honest, you know. Dean Hayes, nice to see you, who says, hi Leo, how you doing? Kirkez is confirmed. Oh yes, indeed. Like I said, he'll be playing against his former club in the first game of the Premier League season. So those are our first five, you guys. How would you rate that? What time is it right now? AM edits. For me, it's 10 a.m. So 9 a.m. in the UK. Watching from South Africa, Cape Town. Nice to see you. Hawaii, what's good? When will the next season start? Are you saying, Hamza? Do you want me to give you the exact dates? Because I actually have let me give you guys the exact date for at least our opening fixture. But like I said, I'm so hyped, you guys, because our opening game is gonna be us, which is on a Friday, and that's set to be Friday, August 15th. So if you guys want to pencil in a date for your calendar, I am doing that today. Friday, August 15th. Make sure you're free that night. 8 p.m. UK time kickoff, Liverpool up against Bournemouth. So that's August 15th. Okay, you guys? Man, I can't wait for that day already. And then the second round of fixtures, when we play Newcastle away, that's set to be on Saturday, August 23rd. So that's a week, 8 days later. 8 days later, we play Newcastle away. I think we can win all 5 games. Why not? We are the champions. Dean, that's the kind of confidence I'm talking about. Let's go. Jalapeno says, you know when the Judah wedding is? Well, Jalapeno, tonight, if you, for those of you that are free, tonight we're doing a watch along to see Real Madrid's first game under Xabi Alonso. So I think many of us will be Al Hilal supporters tonight, even though I've never watched Al Hilal play before. But it's going to be interesting. And it's going to be the first Club World Cup game I'm actually watching. So yeah, if you guys are in the building tonight, It's 1 a.m. for you? Jeez. Arsenal versus Liverpool. I know, but it's at Anfield. Thank you, Leo, for all your hard work and positive energy. We all need more of this. Thanks. I appreciate you, Mr. H and friends. All of you in the building. I appreciate all of you for your support and being in the building. But yeah, guys, how could you not be positive and excited for this upcoming season? Let me see if Liverpool officially released anything else. Yeah, so our first 4 Premier League games of the campaign, they just confirmed it. It is indeed, they put Newcastle away on game week 2. They put Arsenal at home on game week 3. Burnley away on game week 4. That's what I put up for you guys. That's what I put up for you guys. Now, let me show you the last 5 as well, okay? Florian Wirtz's home debut in the opening game of the season. We will be there, bro. I'm too excited. Nah, bro. Is 1 a.m. in your country? Damn, bro. But yeah, I've already scheduled that. For you guys that can make that game, we will be doing our first Club World Cup watch along tonight for those of you that can make it. But bro, Florian Wirtz is gonna make his debut in a nighttime kickoff at Anfield. Nah, bro, it doesn't get any better than that. It does not get any better than that. Holy moly, I'm too hyped, bro. Stay hydrated. So we go Florian Wirtz. I got you. All right, let me show you guys our last 5 now, okay? So this is our first 5, and this is going to be our last 5. So our last 5 fixtures, we got Crystal Palace at home, United away, Chelsea at home, Villa away, and Brentford at home. What do you guys make of that? And let me tell you, on the final day, that's going to be on the Sunday, May 24th of 2026. That's when, again, on the final day, we'll be hosting Brentford at home. And let me tell you, the potential other 2 title contenders, let me tell you who they will be facing. So we got Man City. Man City is facing Aston Villa at home on that final day. And then Arsenal is facing Crystal Palace away. So I would say probably Arsenal have the tougher of the last day, which, like I said, we all play at the same time, remember, on that final day, May 24th, the Sunday, 2026. I think Arsenal have the tougher one because it's Crystal Palace away. Big up, Vic. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Who says City versus Liverpool used to be my favorite fixture of the season, and now it's my least favorite. So when is the cursed fixture? Vic, let me check on that for you because I have the whole schedule here. Hold on. So you're saying all right, ready? Ready. So Man City versus Liverpool. So we face United on October 18th. That's at home. Then Man City, Villa, Liverpool, Villa. Man City versus Liverpool. Okay, so hold on, let me move this over. So Vic, the first game against City, are you ready? Is when we face you away. So this is at the Etihad. That's on Saturday, November 8th, 2025. So this November 8th. We go away at the Etihad. So we go City away before we get City at home, okay? And then the reverse fixture, so that's going to be later on in the season, is, let me have a look here. Later on in the season, let's have a look here. Ooh, we face Arsenal away on January 7th, so Mohamed Salah is going to miss that game. He's going to be away at AFCON. That's a big blow. Mohamed Salah will miss that. Okay, Liverpool, Bournemouth, no. Liverpool, Newcastle, Liverpool, City. There we go. So then the next Liverpool City fixture is on Saturday, February 7th, and that's 2026. So the reverse fixture is at Anfield indeed. The reverse fixture is at Anfield. What do you guys make of that? Let me know. Sonny says, Leo, it's 9 a.m. and I've got a test today. I'm going to fail. Nah, Sonny, come on. You got this. Look at the fixtures and tell me you're not hyped for the season to come. Look at the fixtures. Vic says, as a City fan, I would have preferred Anfield first and Etihad second. Well, when is the Community Shield? What's the exact date of the Community Shield? Wait, did they? I think it's actually been that's actually been told already. Let me check. Let me check. Let's have a look. So you're asking about the Community Shield final, right? So the Community Shield final is scheduled right now to be on Saturday, August 9th. And that's going to be at Wembley against Crystal Palace, the FA Cup winners. The FA Cup winners. The exact same dates, I vaguely remember. I think, yeah, Vic, it's around those same fixtures. I'm pretty sure, yes. Uh, yeah, good luck on your exam, bro. Hopefully we lose the Community Shield. Nah, I'm not fussed about. People are saying it's a curse or whatever. I'm not too fussed. Yeah, Community Shield August 9th. Yep. Vert's debut. That's going to be his debut. And he's going to be there for the first game of preseason as well, which is so sick. He's going to be there for the first day of preseason training. So that's fantastic for him to settle into the team. When is the Champions League draw? I'm not sure about that, actually. I'm hyped for that, too. To see who we... That's definitely later on, though. That's definitely later on. Look, Arsenal's first 5 fixtures were cooked. Let me have a look. I actually took a screenshot of everybody's first 5 fixtures. Guys, are you guys able to see this? Are you guys able to see this? Let me make it a little bit bigger. Arsenal fans are not happy. They're complaining. Arsenal fans are already making excuses ahead of the new season. Have a look at this. The opening 5 games for Arsenal, City, and Liverpool. Because obviously, I know it's early on in the window, but everybody does expect those 3 teams. I mean, it's the teams that finish first, second, and third this season, that it'll be the 3 teams to go for the title next season. We obviously can't predict now, but that's what's most likely. You know what I mean? Real Madrid is the best. It's going to be tough for me to support Real Madrid tonight. I'm sorry. I do not like Real Madrid. I'm sorry, because of the pain you've caused us over the years. It's nothing personal towards you. It's just the pain the team has caused me and a lot of us fellow fans in the building, you know? All right, so the opening 5 fixtures, and to be fair, Arsenal really do have the toughest run. I will say that. I will say that. So Arsenal have United away at Old Trafford first game. Then they have Leeds at home. Then they have Liverpool away. Then they have Forest at home. And then they have City at home. Then Man City's schedule is Wolves away, Spurs at home, Brighton away, Man United at home, Arsenal away. And so those are their first 5. And then for us, we have Bournemouth at home, Newcastle away, Arsenal at home, Burnley away, and Everton at home. Honestly, I'm happy with that. I'm honestly happy with that. What do you guys think? I'm happy with that schedule. When you compare. Next season is challenging, bro. We're going for that number 21, baby! I'm too hyped for the new season. I want it to start right now. I just want it to start right now, bro. Yo, Susan, nice to see you in the building. Who says won't be supporting Real Madrid anymore now that Trent is there disrespecting us completely. So tonight it's going to be a hate watch, I guess. Even though I think there's no point in hating in life. I think it's a waste of energy. But anyways, I'm just curious. I'm more so curious to see how Xabi Alonso will be setting up this Real Madrid side, because you best believe we're going to face Real Madrid next season. I have a feeling we will, with the new Champions League format and everything. I'm loving the Club World Cup, Leo. Well, Sonny, I'm curious because, Sonny, if I'll be honest, I haven't watched a single Club World Cup game so far. I gotta be honest. I'm one of them that just wanted a bit of break from football, because I think if it's just nonstop, you appreciate it less. Just like anything in life, you don't want it to be completely nonstop, you know. But tonight we're gonna be watching together for the first time a Club World Cup game, so I'm curious to see. Aniket says, Leo, do you own Liverpool goals? I never knew it. Yes, Aniket, I started Liverpool goals when I was like 12 or 13 years old. I've had that account for like 12 years or something. I literally started when I was a little kid and I was just living in New York, and I was already so passionate about Liverpool, and I just wanted to share, you know, news and share things about Liverpool because of how passionate I felt, you know. So it's been a long, that goes way back when. And actually, that I'm preparing a post right now for the last 5 fixtures. Look, I'm getting this post ready for Instagram, so you guys get a sneak peek. Wait, is this gonna? It's not gonna work. There we go. Sneak peek. I hope we get the striker before the season starts. We definitely will, Dean. Are you kidding? Because right now our full focus is moving Darwin on since he's going to be leaving this summer. You know what I mean? Let me just get my headphones. Yes, Sonny. If we get Isa, what I don't get about the Club World Cup though is it's like there would have been so much more hype if they actually chose the champions of the different leagues. Like, how could you not have Liverpool? How could you not have Barcelona? How could you not have Napoli? Those are the three best teams from the three big countries as well, like Spain, Italy, and England, and they don't even have them in the Club World Cup. Like, I'm sorry, that just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. You know, there would have been so much more hype had they been involved. We all know that. Come on, we all know that. As an Arsenal fan, I still love your channel. Big up, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for next season, bro. Is this the year with Mo AFCON? Yes, it's the year with Mo's AFCON. Yes, it is. Round of 16 of AFCON is January 3rd to the 6th. So if Egypt go out in the group stage of round of 16, we might have Mo for the Arsenal game. I doubt it. Could he? Because he'd still have to travel and everything else. I think it's very, very unlikely that Mohamed Salah makes that Arsenal away game, especially considering, Andre, that I don't see Egypt going out that early, given the strength of the team. You know what I mean? They usually go pretty far. So, yeah, I'm not so sure. Big up, Kickin' Fun says, Leo, bro, why did we all vote Sunderland, but we got Bournemouth? Bro, I'm happy with Bournemouth, though. Kirkaz against his old club first game of the season. Habib says, Leo, you stopped posting your predicted lineups for match games. Yes, bro, I stopped because basically it started becoming less fun because I was always kind of the same thing, you know, and I just wanted to switch things up. And one of my favorite things about creating content and creating videos for you guys is every single day it's something different, you know, whether it's be what's in the news or something else. I just love the fact that it's never the same, and that's what keeps it fresh every single day, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Sonny says top three Liverpool players of all time. I think the top three is Kenny Dalglish, Stevie G, and Mohamed Salah. Maybe you could say, and I know Ian Rush maybe got to be there, or John Barnes is close. You know, there are some great players there too. But if I personally had to say, Sonny, I would say King Kenny, Stevie G, and Mohamed Salah. I think those have to be the top three. Mo Ballon d'Or next year, bro. If he wins AFCON, and he has a great season for Liverpool, then he has a decent chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. Bro, boy, is he going to be motivated. Real Madrid is the best, says Leo. Can I ask you a question? Why are you supporting Liverpool and not Real Madrid? Because Real Madrid is better than Liverpool. Because I grew up in Iceland, and in Iceland, everybody watched the Premier League because there's no professional leagues in Iceland. And I had a look at kind of all my different friends supported different Premier League teams, although it was mainly United and Liverpool. But for me, I just had a special feeling about Liverpool, and it was from watching Stevie G and the passion that Stevie G showed and what the football club represented. When I heard You'll Never Walk Alone and what that song meant and what the club meant. And even though Liverpool weren't good at the time, we weren't winning any trophies, for me, it was those special feelings where I felt what Liverpool meant, you know? And I don't feel like Real Madrid would ever align with any, like again, I look at Real Madrid now, there's so many egos at that football club. And for me, that's not what football is about. Football has always been about a team first. What can you accomplish as a team? And at Real Madrid, it feels like every year it's who can be this main man to win the Ballon d'Or, that individual award, you know? And it's just like, that's not it. That's not what I think football should ever be about. Thank you, LC fan page. I appreciate you. How close is Kirkez? Pretty much done deal. Pretty much done deal. Cold Edit says, even though I'm an Arsenal fan, I still love your channel. I appreciate you, bro. In 2023, Egypt went out in the round of 16. We'll see. I doubt that they go out in the round of 16 this time. With the way Mohamed Salah is playing and the way he can lead them, I just doubt it. I do doubt it. By the way, when was the last time that we played on a Friday kickoff? When was the last time? Guys, for those of you with that elite ball knowledge, when was the last time that Liverpool kicked off the Premier League season? So played the first game, which is always on that Friday night. I can't remember in recent memory us kicking that off. And I've always wanted us to be that team because the hype would just be so high. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad that this year we are, because everybody's going to be watching that game. Everybody's going to be watching that game. By the way, these are the fixtures that have been released for all the derbies. So as you can see, Everton versus Liverpool. The first of the Merseyside derby will be at Anfield. That's very early on in the season, so September 20th. And then the reverse fixture of the Merseyside derby, which is going to be in their new Dick's Stadium, is on April 18th. And then for the Northwest derby, so that's obviously United, Liverpool, the biggest fixture still in English football. The first game is at Anfield, Liverpool United, October 18th. The reverse fixture will be at Old Trafford for the business end of the season, May 2nd. What do you guys make of that? What do you guys make of that? Who's your idol? Soggy says, my two idols are Mohamed Salah and Ronaldinho. My idol is Stevie G. You can see him right there. That's him after Istanbul. He's my idol. Hey, Leo, remember when you hit the post at Anfield when you've been watching Darwin too much? Yes, I remember that, bro. I don't actually know. Norwich 2000. I don't think Norwich was on a Friday. Nah. It was not on a Friday. Guys, let's see if any of you have that elite ball knowledge. When was the last time we played with the first opening game of the Premier League season, which is always on that Friday night? When was the last time? I love how Kirkez announced he's coming to us before he signed. I know, right? I know. Oh my goodness. By the way, everybody's saying the dream would be to win the league at Old Trafford, which is on May 2nd. Obviously, that's pushing it. But imagine at Old Trafford, which is on the 2nd of May, that would be a bank holiday weekend as well, bro. That would be peak. That would be absolute peak. It couldn't get any better than that. Should Egypt get to the AFCON final, these are the games that he could miss, by the way. Spurs away, Wolves at home, Leeds at home, Fulham away, Arsenal away, Burnley at home. Go 12 says it was 1987. I remember because I was there. It's not Leeds, bro. You guys don't. No, the Leeds 4-3 was not the opening. I'm talking about the Friday night. Friday night, bro. When was the last time we had that? Yeah, Zulu Mentality says, hey Leo, what's up? I'm finally done with my exams. Thanks for the support you gave me and everyone in the building. Oh. Everyone in the building, the positive vibes, bro. Congratulations. How do you feel about the exams? Exa says, my idol is Frimpong and Gravenberg. Big fan of Dutch players. Love that. Can you make more pre-match or post-match analysis with predictions? Finny, potentially. I gotta see what the plans are for the new season. My main plan is to start doing long-form videos because I know I've been so lacking on the side of long-form videos, but I gotta find the best way to edit them. But that's my goal for the next season. How do I start making more long-form videos? But I don't really want to do the traditional just pre-match, post-match. I find that to be a bit boring because it becomes very similar over time, you know? But I will think of something because I want to start doing long form. Yo, greetings from Croatia. Big up Luka. You got the first name like Luka Modric, the absolute legend, a footballer that no one can hate, no matter who you support. What an icon of the game. Absolute icon. Chiesa should stay as Mo Salah's fixture. I'm gonna watch the Newcastle derby. Oh, I'm so excited for the Newcastle derby. Guys, Newcastle Sunderland. Oh, that's an incredible one. Bro, I'm so, guys, let me know in the building, do you agree with me that it's so exciting seeing Newcastle back in the Premier League? Like for me, growing up, I always remember Sunderland being in the Premier League and they're just that OG team. And with how big their stadium is and the fan base and everything and how passionate the Sunderland fan base is, I think it's fantastic that they're back in the Premier League. What do you guys think? I'm really, really hyped to see that derby, Newcastle Sunderland next season. Oh, I'm so excited for the season to kick off, bro. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Hoping there's no major injuries next season. I mean, to be fair, that's one of the things that Arne Slot has done very well. One of the reasons why we apparently hired him to be our coach is our recruitment team had a look at the injury track record of all of his players during his time, especially at Feyenoord, and how much he was able to keep his players fit. And a big part of that probably is down to his style of play, preserving energy and everything else. But seriously, that's one of the reasons why we apparently decided that he would be a great fit. And look at his first season, he did really well to keep the likes of Virgil and Mohamed Salah fit and other players, you know? Vasudev, thank you very much for the super chat. Who says 1920 against Norwich 4-1. Now, that was not the opening day. In my lifetime of creating content, I cannot remember us having that Friday night kickoff. I'm telling you. Have a look. Have a look at it. There's no way I would have remembered that. I'm hyped for that derby. Trust. It'll be 3 red cards that game. The only thing is obviously Newcastle are going to be heavy favorites. Look at how good they were last season. If they make some top signings this summer, which I expect them to, because the funds will be there since they qualified for Champions League and they won that trophy, I think Newcastle could really push on next season and improve even more, even though they were already unbelievable this past season. So that's going to be a tough fixture for Sunderland. But yeah, the passion is going to be unbelievable. Yes, I miss the Stadium of Light atmosphere. Yeah. I'm so hyped to see Sunderland back. Hey Leo, how are you doing, bro? I'm just so excited for the new season and just see all of our new signings play. By the way, I love the channel. I've been subscribed for about 3 years. Keep up the good work. I appreciate you, Kai. Big up. Laughing Lyrical says, Mo at AFCON, no issue. I have the answer. Frimpong right wing and Bradley right wing back. No, that sounds exciting. That sounds very exciting. But the only thing is, I just don't know if Frimpong is good naturally on the right wing. I think there's a bigger chance I mean, we shall see. We don't know what Slot's plans are. I think there's a bigger chance we see, for example, a Lucho on the right wing, potentially. So we shall see. Do you have any news about the Community Shield final? We were just looking at it. I think it's on August 9th at Wembley. It's either on the Saturday or the Sunday. So it's either on Saturday, August 9th. It seems like that's what it's scheduled for right now. 4:30 p.m. UK time kickoff, or Sunday, August 10th. But it's going to be that weekend at least. That's when we'll see Wirtz make his Liverpool debut. Ali says, hey man, I'm a big fan of you. I've been watching your past 2 years. Keep working hard and I love your videos. Keep posting more videos, please, and thank you. I appreciate you, Ali. You guys are the best. I'm excited for City versus Liverpool. Come on, you Blues. I'm excited for that too as well this season. Thank you, Saif. I'm so excited to see us play in our third kit too. The beautiful green one. I'm so excited to order that one. It's going to be a beauty. Or Gakpo right wing, Wirtz left wing. Yeah, we'll see. Or, you know, like we were watching PSG, I'm telling you, I really do think Slot would have been inspired by how PSG set up. I think there's a good chance, maybe, let's say it's Lucho left wing, Wirtz right wing while Salah is away, and during the game they change up on the wings depending on how they're doing. So I think there's going to be so much fluidity within our attack, and that's why I'm not too worried when Salah is going to be away during that time, because we do have a lot of firepower in our team. You know, when you compare us to some other teams, I think if there's anyone suited to lose their best player in the attack, it probably is us. You know, and it looks like we're going to be signing a striker on top of the Wirtz signing that we were brought in, who's going to bring a lot in the final third. So he's someone that can help step up during that time when he's away. What are your thoughts on the Community Shield curse? I don't believe in curses in football, I got to be honest. Just like, remember, everybody was saying, oh, Mohamed Salah, when he posts a Christmas tree, it's a curse. He went on to have the greatest, numbers-wise, the greatest individual Premier League season ever. And we went on to win the Premier League. So, like, everybody was saying at that time we're cursed because he posted the Christmas tree. So I'm not fussed with all these curses. I'd rather just win the Community Shield. I would. Any news about Robbo going to Atletico Cubes? There was an update from Fabrizio yesterday, and I can tell you what it was. So Fabrizio yesterday said that Andy Robertson still hasn't made a decision on his future. He'll take a break and discuss everything with Liverpool, who he has a great relationship with and full respect. There won't be any talks on the fee until Robbo makes his final decision. So right now is a time for him to make that decision, because Atletico want him, and I bet there's Liverpool probably want him to stay as well, but they're not going to be in the way of him if he decides to go to Atletico, because like I said, he would be a starter at Atletico. Whereas at Liverpool, he would be a squad player now with Kirkez coming in. So you could absolutely understand him, you know. We will catch a lot of our teams out with our setup. Absolutely, Dean. I think we're going to be very hard to predict next season. Wait, can we play Jota on the right if he's fit? That's a possibility too. But like I said, I think there's going to be, especially when Salah is away, because Salah, I think, is one of the few players in our attack that I think is just set on the right wing. There's no point in him moving, because right wing is so naturally his position in the way that he cuts in on his left. But I think if we have a front three without Mohamed Salah, there'll be so much fluidity within that front three. And what I mean by fluidity, it's players during the game changing positions to make it harder for the opposition to be up against us. So for example, let's say it's Gakpo on the left wing, Lucho on the right wing, for them to interchange during the game to, again, make us more unpredictable. I could see that being the case. That's what I saw PSG doing last season, because a lot of their wingers can naturally play a lot of positions, or at least be decisive in a number of different positions, you know? Opinion on our first game of the season. I'm so hyped the fact that we're kicking off the Premier League season, because often that Friday night kickoff game is a game that everybody watches, no matter who you support, because you just miss the Premier League so much. And the fact that it's us means that every Arsenal fan, every United fan, every City fan will be watching us play at Anfield. The Wirtz Premier League debut at Anfield, nighttime kickoff. It's going to be special. I absolutely can't wait for it. And I think it's our dream way to start the season off. Kirkez against his old club as well. Absolute dream. Or if we keep Chiesa, that would be his chance to shine during Salah's absence. I agree. Even though I really don't think Chiesa will stay. I gotta be honest. I really don't see him staying. I gotta be real with you. I gotta be real with ya. Garvit, if we can't get Alexander Isak, but it seems like because he's our dream, we're at least gonna try with everything we can. Then I think Ugo Ekitike would be a great option. And why? Because he has a lot of that raw talent, and I think we wouldn't get him unless it's an acceptable fee. So we wouldn't pay 100 million for him. But I think there's a way for us to get the deal done in another way. The reason why I think he would be great is because he can play that type of false nine role, and I don't think a traditional nine like an Erling Haaland suits the way that we play. I don't think so. So someone like Ugo Ekitike has so much potential. He proved when Marmoush left that he can be a player that steps up, and he really delivered for Frankfurt, delivered them the Champions League, which not many people expected them to get. So I would be all over Ugo Ekitike if we can get Alexander Isak, because I think they're pretty similar profiles. Obviously, we can't compare Isak because he's proven in the Premier League and he would cost a whole lot more. But I'm saying similar type of profile in terms of they're both kind of tall, fast players who are good in build-up play. You know, attributes like that is what I'm talking about. Vasudev, thank you very much for becoming a community support member. I want you spamming those emojis, Vasudev. And Dian, nice to see you, my brother, in the building. How have you been? Nice to see you in the building. I love the Anislot sticker. It's been a long while, bro. How have you been? How do you feel about the fixtures? I'm going to pull up again our first 5 fixtures of the season so you guys can see. Those are our first 5. Do you have any confidence that we'll sign Isak? I'm dreaming a little bit, yes. The reason I'm dreaming a little bit is we were talking about this the other day. If you had told me in May that we would go on to sign Florian Wirtz, I never would have believed you. Not 1%. Not 1% chance. And the fact that we got that done makes me think that something's different this summer. Something's different. And the reason why I think something's different, it's possible that FSG and Edwards are looking at this Liverpool team, looking at our current manager, and thinking we're on the brink of winning the whole lot. And that an Isak signing on top of a potential Wirtz signing is what would allow us to win the whole lot. And if you win the whole lot, it brings in so much money for a football club that they might think he is worth that investment. So I don't know. We shall see. And the fact that we're going to have a lot of outgoings. You know, we were talking about it before. I'll name you all the players that I think can still leave. So Kelleher and Trent have already left, which nearly brings us £30 million. Then I think Kostas will leave. Robbo could potentially leave. Kwanzaa looks like could be leaving. Gomez looks like he could be leaving. Tyler Morton will be leaving. Harvey Elliott will likely be leaving. One of Lucho, Jota, or Chiesa could be leaving. Darwin will be leaving. So there's a lot of players in our team that I think will likely be leaving. And so we will be raising a lot of funds as well. Don't forget that. And we didn't spend anything in January. We barely spent anything last summer. And so it seems like we were just getting ready for this summer. But yeah, do I think it's likely or unlikely? Very unlikely in my opinion. Alexander Isak, just because, again, Newcastle just don't need to sell. And if we're being realistic, they probably can ask ludicrous money. And we're not the type of club to pay ludicrous money. You know what I mean? When we probably think if he runs down his contract a bit, we could get him for cheaper in, let's say, a year's time. If he doesn't want to sign a new contract with Newcastle, which I could see being the case. So we shall see. We shall see. Love from Gibraltar. I hate the Spain word. Wants to stop it. Anas. Jay the journalist, nice to see you in the building. Also, we need to have a big signing for our bench. I mean, we will already have a strong bench. I'm not so fussed about a strong signing for the bench. Because look at what we have. We won't sell both Robbo and Kostas. I wouldn't count that out. Copite. The reason I wouldn't count that out is because I think Kostas will want to leave for first team football. And Robbo will be tempted by the Atletico move. So I would not count that out. We shall see. Who will take our next season, our corners next season? I think Maka. Maka took a few this season, and I thought he took them really well. So I could see Maka taking our corners. I could see that being the case, bro. I can see it. Mello, I appreciate you. How are you feeling about AC Milan in the window, by the way? It looks like it's going to be a complete revamp for AC Milan this season with the amount of players leaving and coming in. I'm going to be curious to see how Luka Modric does at AC Milan next season. I'm going to be hyped for that. Really hyped for that. Quadruple. Yo, love from Cyprus. Kyriakos, nice to see you in the building. What's good? Real Madrid is the best. I'll see you in the building tonight. Tonight we're doing a watch along for the Real Madrid Al Hilal game in the Club World Cup. That's going to be Xabi Alonso's first game as Real Madrid manager. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. It'll be very interesting to see how that goes. Leo, I'm failing the test today. Definitely. Sonny, come on. That's not the energy we were talking about. You gotta believe that you're gonna absolutely smash that exam. Sonny, that's the energy you need. That you're gonna absolutely smash that exam. I believe in you. I'm cooked. Don't be saying that, bro. Come on. Don't be saying that. Come on. What do you think about Konate to Madrid, bro? We need to do everything we can to extend his contract. We cannot lose a player of Ibu Konate's quality on a free like that. We cannot. Abbas, love from Mauritius. Big up, bro. I want to visit Mauritius. I heard the beaches are so beautiful. Soboslai will continue to start games. Don't you worry about that. Soboslai will continue to start games. Seriously, do not worry about that. Okay, wait. I needed to find one where there's space in between. You should visit, bro. I would love to one day. I would really love to one day. Hugo Ekitike. Bro, look at the season Hugo Ekitike had in the Bundesliga in general. 15 goals, 8 assists. That's a fantastic. And look, in his last 4 games, he had 3 assists in his last 4 games. In the crucial part of the season to try to get Frankfurt Champions League football, which was so, so important. Sonny says if I write Mohamed Salah to every question, I think I'll pass. Nah, bro, come on. Bro, that's dangerous. Unless they're a big Liverpool fan, I would say that's too dangerous. You gotta be careful. If I was the teacher, I would give you 100 if you put Mohamed Salah for every answer. You best believe. But that's probably why I'm not a teacher. That's probably why I'm not a teacher. If we're being honest here. Let me move this. What about Benjamin Sesko as an option? Nah, he would. I'd rather get Hugo Ekitike. Yeah, Kumar, we gotta see. First, we gotta sell Darwin, I think, before we go for a striker. We'll have to. I'll get something for writing my name at least. Surely. Oh, God, bro. Wait, what's the exam on? Sonny, you really don't seem confident. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. What do we think about the news with Isaac? I think we're going to push hard for him. I think we're going to do everything we can. But I just don't see it happening unless Isaac forces a move. Which, would he do that? Probably seems unlikely given the fantastic position that Newcastle are in right now. With them not having to sell, with them getting even better this summer, I think they will sign good players. So I think it's unlikely if we're being... And Girassi, nah, bro, I don't see Girassi happening because of his age. You just mentioned it there before. He's turning 29 next season. That's not the type of age bracket that we tend to go for, you know? So I think it's very unlikely, that one, to be honest, you know? What do you think our lineup will be next season? Bro, there's many different ways I think we'll be able to line up. But I definitely think Slot will find a way to start Szoboszlai and Wirtz because they're both too good of players to not be starting in the team. But yeah, you guys, that is going to be the end of this live. That is going to be the end of this live because I'm not going to be preparing some things this morning. I'm going to make some coffee. But I will see you guys tonight. So today is going to be a double stream day. Fantastic. And I'm sure, like me, you guys are absolutely buzzing already for the new season, even though we're still in, mid-June? But yeah, guys, so excited. And Sonny, good luck on your exam. I'm sure you gotta have confidence. You can't do well if you already feel that you're gonna do badly. But Liverpool Goals TV, nice to see you in the building as well. Who says Darwin is definitely leaving very soon? I agree. I think he's gonna leave very 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 soon. And I don't think we sign a striker until he leaves. You know what I mean? And Dutcher Kopite, I don't think we're going to go for Osimhen because of his wage demands. And it seems like Saudi are pushing big to get him again. So Osimhen seems unlikely, but that's definitely a signing I would be excited about too. But yeah, guys, I will see you later. For those of you that can make it tonight, like I said, we'll be streaming Real Madrid's first game under Xabi Alonso. And it's going to be the first Club World Cup. See you later for the try. Hey, watch. All right, guys, I will see you. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm going to have some coffee and prepare some videos for you guys and get ready for the day. So all the best, guys. Thank you as always for being in the building. And I will see y'all very, very soon. Have a beautiful Wednesday, guys. And for those of you taking exams, good luck.